What's up, people? So I'm going to show you a couple of enhancements that I made on my trailer. Since I've got tools available at my dad's place, I decided to extend the bed because, man, I'm 6'4" and I love my trailer, but the sleeping situation, even though I fit, I felt really constricted. And so what happened was, as I slept every night, I would end up kind of curling up in a ball or getting in the fetal position. I think in the middle of my sleep, just as a natural reaction to, you know, the top being right on my head and my feet didn't really have anywhere to go. So I cut some things out, removed a few things. We're gonna go inside and check it out. Okay, word. Man, it feels so good every time I get in this trailer. Just lots of feel-good memories from cutting the cords and, you know, getting on the road. So I'm super excited to get back in this thing, hopefully sooner than later. But so here's what I've done. This is where the bed used to be. And obviously there's this end shelf, and there was also another one right here, which I have removed, which took a little bit of work, but frankly it wasn't that well attached. It was just glued onto the wall, and then there was a few connections right here that I had to carefully undo, but really it wasn't that difficult to get off. So what I've done is I took that wall out. I think I've showed this in previous videos, but the issue I was having was that this section was just wide open to the water heater and basically where the water tank is stored and whatnot. I'll pull this off and show you. So you can see down here, this is all basically what was exposed. And the problem I had was during the early spring when it was still pretty cold, whenever the water heater would run, I was just a little bit nervous about the propane seeping through. Because it kept setting the alarm off, and I was like, oh man, that's clearly not a good thing. So what I did, I got a jigsaw and did some measuring and whatnot, and basically I modified these boards to fit perfectly like a Lego, and just kind of wedged them down in here so they're super tight. Next thing I'm going to do is take some sealant, some rubber sealant, and go around the edges, just to keep that propane fumes exiting out the side where they're intended to go, as opposed to coming in here. And the other thing it does is it creates more of a permanent platform, so you know I can stick my feet in there. Now here's the thing, let's put this back on. When my mattress is fully extended, obviously you see there's nothing back there. When I lay down, it works, my feet can go in there and I get the space, but you can see, you know, I mean, I'm a big dude, so this is what is constantly driving me insane. And I think what happened when I was sleeping before is, you know, in the middle of the night, I would pull my feet up and then I'd kind of pull one of these, and I'd end up on my side, and this mattress is super soft, and next thing you know, my back is like totally wrecked. So I have a couple of options here. I can attempt to find a better mattress and lower this down so that there's not so much space. I mean, this is a good like 6 inches right there, which would give me a little bit more room for my feet. Option number 2, which I really think I might want to ultimately do. To be real, I don't use these counters like I thought I might. So, you know, for one, when I travel a lot, you can't store anything on them. You got to put everything up. And when I am parked, they really just hold, like, you know, my stereo, a picture, nothing super important. I had the television up there once, but to be real, I'm feeling like I'm going to lose the TV. I have my phone, I have my laptop, and I think that's all I need. The TV seemed a little excessive, and it's just one more thing, an added weight, along with that PlayStation that I don't really need. So that's the beauty of minimalism. You start to learn what's really necessary and what's not. So let's check this side out. What I did here was I just removed that tiny top altogether. Now, I did do this in a way that I can actually put it back on if I want. But again, the more I think about it, the less I use it, the more weight I'm carrying, so why bother? But if I really want to, I can stick it back in there, and I've got it situated in a way that, like, it works. And I could use it for a shelf. So there's one option of just toting this thing around and keeping it. I also kept all the parts, like the the boards and the screws and everything, so that if I ever resell this, I can put it back to original if necessary. But, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of really digging, the more I open it up, I'm loving the idea of just making this all the way through one solid open bed, because it's so freeing, and like, you sleep here every day. And to me, to be comfortable and to just be able to chill out, fully relax, get a great night's sleep, that's more important than anything. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to cut that other end and do just like this. So what I haven't had the time to do yet is same idea. I need to get some plywood or something and put something right here, except I don't think I'm going to make it a permanent deal. There's no propane or any fixtures or anything. That door just opens up to the outside, and under here is simply storage. So what I would like to do is leave a platform there, but something that comes off pretty easily. That way whatever I've got stored underneath is just super accessible. Right now you have to like peel back the mattress and pick this big old thing up. It's kind of silly. So what I did, just stuck my yoga mat right there. It needs a home anyway. And put those back on, and then fold the mattress down and use kind of this backspace just for pillows. And so this actually works out beautifully. You know, it's funny, you stop worrying about things you need, stuff just kind of works out. So I have these two pillows that fit perfectly right in there, and I can use that. And now all of a sudden I've added at least an extra 8 inches to my total sleeping space. In fact, I can lay my head down and almost have enough room to not even stick my feet under that shelf. It's just not quite enough. I'm like 2 inches too big. So I'm still probably going to remove that ultimately. But I'm loving the progress. So I think that's the vision. The only other thing I can think of that I would like to do is find a way to like take the pressure off of this piece. So this is the convertible tabletop, and I noticed that just from sleeping on it for the last like 3 months, 4 months, I'm already kind of, you know, putting a dent in these really nice cushions, and I'd rather not. You know, they're nice, and if I put the table up, they look good. So one thing I could do is store the cushions under here. I don't have a lot going on for storage, and I also need to reduce the tongue weight. Last time I got it weighed, I was about 100 pounds over the tongue weight, and that's because I had a ton of stuff down in here, in this cubby hole. So the more I purge and the more I get rid of, my thought is thinking, well, you know, I could take these out, put them underneath, so it's super lightweight storage. I still have them if I want to pop the table up, and then maybe put some kind of platform all the way across from where this part starts, and run it all the way across so that the weight is evenly distributed and not smashing down on this little table piece. You know what I mean? Then step number 2, get rid of this POS. This is actually just a mattress topper. So it's memory foam, it's comfy, but man, once you sink in after like 20 minutes, it's just, there's no support to it. It's pretty cheap, $100 twin memory foam topper. So I think ultimately the solution would be build that platform and then custom order, or find a big one and just, you know, cut it with an X-Acto knife, but get a thick, strong memory foam mattress that's no more than 4 to 6 inches and lay it across the top. That's kind of where we're at with that. I'm pretty excited about it. Again, if you saw my last video, this is why I need an income coming in. I need some expendable cash to make these types of improvements, which are going to improve on the lifestyle, which make everything worth it. So yeah, if you got any ideas, please comment, throw it in the down below. I want to get some discussion going, get some ideas rolling about what I can do. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. Peace.